Look at this. Just look at this. Row after row. Section after section. Empty. Completely empty. This is a World Cup match. The biggest football tournament on the planet. And the seats are empty. Now FIFA wants you to believe that 44,985 fans were inside that stadium that night. They put out an official statement. They said the attendance was 98.5%. They said everything was fine. They said trust us. But the cameras don't lie. And tonight, we're not letting FIFA lie either. My name is your name. And before this video is over, I am going to show you the full story, the real numbers, the real reason those seats were empty, and why this scandal goes so much deeper than you think. Because this is not just about empty chairs. This is about FIFA stealing football from the people it belongs to. Stay with me, because this gets worse, a lot worse. Let's go back to June 12, 2026. South Korea versus Czech Republic, Guadalajara, Mexico. A Group A clash at the World Cup. This should have been electric. Thousands of fans in red and white screaming their lungs out. The kind of atmosphere that makes football the most beautiful sport on earth. Instead, the cameras panned across the stands and the world went silent. Large sections of the stadium gone. Empty red seats staring back at millions of viewers watching at home. Journalists on the ground confirmed it. Photographs confirmed it. Video footage confirmed it. The empty seats were real. So what did FIFA do? They released a statement. They said, and I am reading this word for word, official attendance figures reflect the number of tickets scanned and spectators present within the stadium footprint rather than visual assessments of seating occupancy. The stadium footprint. Let that sink in. FIFA is counting people who were standing in the corridor, people who were buying food, people who were in the bathroom, and calling them attendees. That is how they get to 98.5%. They are not lying about how many tickets were scanned. They are lying about what that number means, because a scanned ticket does not put a body in a seat, and empty seats at a World Cup tell the real story, the story FIFA does not want you to see. Now here is where it gets really interesting, because this did not come out of nowhere. This was predictable. And many people predicted it. Months before the first ball was kicked, fans were sounding the alarm about one thing: the price of tickets. Let me give you some numbers, and I need you to really hear these numbers. In 2022 in Qatar, the cheapest ticket to a group stage match cost $11. $11. A working man, a student, a regular football fan could go watch their team at the World Cup for $11. In 2026, that same cheapest group stage ticket costs $100. That is a 9 times increase. 9 times. But it gets worse. The opening match, the cheapest seat, $560. For the final, the cheapest ticket on FIFA's own resale platform in May was $9,200. $9,200 for one seat, for one game. And on that same resale platform, the most expensive listing was $11,499, $9,998, $11 million for a football ticket. Now I want you to remember something. FIFA told the world they had 500 million ticket requests. 500 million people wanted to come to this World Cup. Yet the seats are empty. Does that make any sense to you? It does not make sense. Unless the price is the weapon. Unless FIFA deliberately kept prices so high that the fans who actually wanted to be there simply could not afford to be there. Multiple attorneys general across the United States have now opened investigations into FIFA's pricing. They are looking at allegations that FIFA was creating artificial scarcity, holding back tickets, manipulating the dynamic pricing model, generating fear so fans would pay more. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is a legal investigation happening right now. And here is the thing about FIFA's famous $60 ticket, the one they announced with great fanfare after fans called the prices a betrayal. Those $60 tickets, they were only available through national federations to loyal fans with a qualifying attendance history. They represented just 0.8% of stadium capacity per game. In a stadium of 45,000 people, we are talking about 360 seats. 360 tickets at $60. For the rest, you pay whatever FIFA decides you pay that day. This is the scam. FIFA celebrated the $60 ticket like they were doing fans a favor. Meanwhile, fan groups across Europe called the pricing scandalous, extortionate. The Football Supporters Association called it a laughable insult. FIFA's own sponsor faced backlash. And the World Cup, supposedly the celebration of the people's game, became a VIP-only event. Now I need you to pause for a second and think about what this really means. Football was not built in boardrooms. Football was not built by men in suits signing billion-dollar TV deals. Football was built on terraces, on standing sections, on fathers taking their sons to matches on a Saturday afternoon with money they saved up all month. That was the foundation. That was the soul of the sport. And FIFA is destroying it, game by game, tournament by tournament, price hike by price hike. They are turning the World Cup into a luxury product for the rich. And when the ordinary fans cannot come, when the seats are empty, they issue a statement and tell you to trust the footprint numbers. If this makes you angry, if you feel like football belongs to the fans and not to the suits, hit that subscribe button right now. Because this channel exists to tell you the stories they do not want told. The investigations, the scandals, the truth behind the beautiful game. Subscribe. You do not want to miss what is coming next. But let us go back to the empty seats, because FIFA's own past proves the pattern. Before the 2026 World Cup, there was a dress rehearsal, the FIFA Club World Cup, also held in the United States. And the numbers were catastrophic. More than 400,000 empty seats in just the opening round. Stadiums were 56, 8% full. Half of all matches saw attendance below 50% of capacity. One match, Ulsan HD against Mamelodi Sundowns, the stadium was 13.6% full. One journalist counted 97 fans before kickoff. 97 fans at a FIFA tournament. FIFA saw this. They had the data, they had the pictures, they had the journalism. And they changed nothing. They went straight into the World Cup with the same pricing strategy, the same dynamic model, the same system. Because it was never about the fans in the stands. It was about the television money. It was about the sponsorship deals. The fans in the seats are just props for the broadcast. And if the seats are empty, they will lie about the footprint and move on. Here is where we are today. The World Cup is happening. The investigations are open. The cameras have already caught FIFA out once. And there are still weeks left in this tournament. More games, more empty seats coming, more official statements, more footprint mathematics, and more fans around the world asking the same question, how do we let it get this far? Because the truth is, FIFA cannot survive without us, without the supporters, without the passion, without the ordinary people who grew up loving this game. The moment fans stop watching, the TV deals collapse, the sponsors leave, the whole machine breaks down. So the power was always ours. We just have to use it. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Do you believe FIFA's 98, 5% attendance claim, or do you think the cameras already told us the truth? Let me know. I read every single one. And if you made it to the end of this video, thank you. Share this with one football fan who needs to see it. Because the only way FIFA changes is if enough people are watching. And we are watching.